This is the Madison State of Michigan versus Niko Mena, docket numbers 2404045FC. Will the parties please identify yourselves for the record, starting with the prosecutor?
Angela Curtis on behalf of the people.
Josh Piper on behalf of Niko Mena.
Ms. Curtis, is there anything from the people before I impose sentence?
Your Honor, there is no victim representatives here present wishing to speak. The only thing I would like to add is I would like to make sure the court is in receipt of an updated restitution request from Helmsman Management Services for workers' compensation in the amount of $116,000, $116,912.70.
Okay, yes, I do see that.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Kuiper, are there any additions, questions, or challenges to the PSI or the sentencing guidelines?
There is a correction. Our initial sentencing date was August 14th, so I believe Mr. Mena is entitled to approximately 20 days additional credit. That should be 546 days, not 526 days. I also was going to object to that restitution amount. If the court recollects, there was a no contest plea here in part due to civil liability, and I believe ordering that amount would undermine the no contest plea idea that we wanted to protect his civil liability here. If Helmsman, which is an insurance company, wishes to sue him to try to recoup their money, fine. But we respectfully request that the court remove that restitution amount and allow them to go through the proper civil channels to obtain their financial award.
Okay, thank you. I think what I'm going to do, Mr. Kuiper, is I'm going to order the restitution, but I will certainly be willing to discuss that at a hearing and resolve it at a hearing. So without prejudice to a right to request a hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Anything on behalf of Mr. Mena this morning?
Yes, as the court can see, Mr. Mena has no prior record. This is an instance where he claimed self-defense. That's also part of the reason that he pled no contest. The victim in this particular case did have a firearm that was in his possession that law enforcement found. You know, it's kind of bittersweet for his family that he took a plea in this matter, but he didn't want to roll the dice and go to trial with the potential liability here. As the court can see from the compass analysis as well, the criminality is unlikely. Everything is unlikely that he's a criminal-minded individual. And his record indicates that as well. He was gainfully employed at the time that this happened. I do think that a sentence towards the low end of the guidelines would suffice to protect society, penalize him for what happened here, and I'm confident that when he's released, he will perform admirably on parole, and this will be in the rear view mirror, and at the appropriate time, I hope to represent him in a request to have this expunged from his record.
Okay, Mr. Kuiper, thank you. Mr. Mena, is there anything you wish to say this morning?
Yeah, I just want to apologize for everything that happened and put this behind me and start a new chapter in life.
Okay, Mr. Mena, you pled no contest to 3 charges. One, carrying a concealed weapon, that carries a maximum penalty of 5 years. Felony firearm, that's a 2-year consecutive charge, it's a felony. Assault with intent to commit great bodily harm, that's a 10-year felony. Your record consists of 2 prior misdemeanors, no prior felonies. Guidelines for the carrying a concealed weapon were scored at 7 to 23 months on your minimum sentence, and guidelines for the assault were scored at 19 to 38 months on the minimum sentence. As you pled to a felony firearm, the sentence of this court that you first served the 24 months on the felony firearm, you will get credit for 546 days. Concurrent with the felony firearm, you will be sentenced to a minimum of 23 months to a maximum of 60 months for the carrying a concealed weapon, again with a credit for 546 days. Consecutive to the felony firearm, the court is going to sentence you for the assault to a minimum of 38 months to a maximum of 120 months. You will not receive any credit for that, as that is consecutive to your felony firearm. Restitution is ordered in the amount of $116,912.70 to Helmsman Management Services. Again, that is without prejudice to the defense's right to request a hearing regarding the restitution amount. There is a $60 DNA fee, $204 state cost, $130 crime victims assessment, $1,000 in court costs as set forth in the judgment of sentence. This is the final sentence of the court. You'll receive a form that will explain your appellate rights.
Next will be Poe.